before I get started, you guys should know by now that I go back and forth when I say post and base, because I mean they mean the same thing, but I tend to say base a lot, and then I'll get to saying post. So you guys won't be confused. Like, it means the same thing. On post, on base, same thing. Gotcha. Peace. I wanted to make a video about on post housing versus off post housing, and just pretty much the differences and pros and cons, I guess, of both. And you guys will see here. Okay, so let's start with on post. So on post slash base, whichever you want to call it. On base, you get housing, and it's based off of how many kids you have, your husband's rank, and what's available, pretty much. So here at Fort Carson, you can even go on websites and stuff. If you find out, wherever you find out you guys are getting stationed next, you can go on their website and look at their housing. Most of the time they have the pictures of the housing that you qualify for. You type in your husband's rank or your rank or whoever's in the military rank, and then they're going to say how many dependents. And the dependents are how many kids when it comes to housing. So technically we're a family of 3, but with 1 dependent, since we only have 1 son. So we qualified on post 2-bedroom, a two bedroom duplex. I mean, and they have townhouses too, but every now and then you can upgrade and get a 3-bedroom if that's the only thing that's available, and you know they want to get you in. But only certain housing has that where you can get a 3-bedroom, because they want people with 2 kids to have the 3-bedroom, of course, and people with 1 kid, they can take the 2-bedroom, because you only need a room for yourself, your husband, and then your kid. So on post, you qualify for what you qualify for. Some housing is nicer than others. Like here, they have a lot of old housing, like 1960, that people are living in, and they're okay with it. Some people prefer older housing. Me, I'm like, nah, I'm good. But they're building. So right now, by next year, I believe we will have like new housing, and that's a good thing, because I'll have a lot of people actually stay on post. Okay, so let me just break it down right now. BAH is separate from the base pay. So the base pay is what everybody gets, depending on your rank. So base pay is like this check over here. And then if you live off post, you get a different check for your housing. They mixed it up together and cut it in half. So when you live on base, you do not get that second check. So you're only getting food, and you're only getting his base pay check. So whatever he makes with his rank on post. You do not get any extra money. But the good thing about living on post is you pay no bills, no rent, no utilities, no water, no garbage, no nothing. You're just living there. They automatically take the BAH. So that extra check that you would be getting, they automatically take it, and you just live on post. That's it. You just live on post, and then you just get his checks that he gets from his rank and food. That's it. Okay? We're clear? We're clear. But on base, there are rules. Certain bases are different from others, or stricter than others. But pretty much, if you live on base, sometimes there are rules you have to follow, like decorations. They want you to have the decorations up 2 weeks prior and out of your yard in 2 weeks after the holiday. So I don't like that. I just didn't like that. And then they feel like they're always at work. You know, it's like your normal job that you have now. It's like you live in the back. Like, say you just go in the back of the parking lot and go to your house. It's like, I want to get away from work. I want to get away from the military sometimes. So it's just, some people find it more convenient because they can drive to work and get to their job faster. And then like on snow days, they're already on base, so they can just drive real quick instead of people coming from outside the gate to try to get on and slipping and sliding. I mean, it's a lot of pros, and then it's a lot of cons. It just depends on what type of person you are. Some people, for the first duty station, they really want to live on post to get the feel. We did too, until we got offered the houses we got offered, and we was like, hell no. So we were cool with finding the house off base. But it's okay if you live on base or off base. I mean, it's just rules with living on base. And you won't feel all the way free. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do what you want to do. Like no rules. It's like you're a civilian when you live off post. But that's that. What else is it? Oh, and then like as far as like snow days. So when we have snow days here, the people that live on post, they still have to go to work. The people who live off post, they have like a certain time, like they'll say 2 hours late, or you guys can take your time come at 12. I don't know, like whatever the case may be to get to work or whatever. But the people on post, they're like, no, you live right here around the corner, bring your butt to work. So that, and this is like at the top of my head. Pretty much the main thing is just rules and regulations, the house they give you for the BAH. So when we first got here, the BAH was $1,344, so $1,344. But they take it if you live on base, and the fact that some of those houses aren't worth the $1,344. You know what I mean? Like some of the homes are like really ran down and old and have a lot of problems, and they shouldn't be taking $1,344 from anybody. They shouldn't even be taking $700, but that's my opinion. So that that leads me to the second part, which is choosing to live off post. Yeah, so if you choose to live off base, then so the $1,344, they will give you that in your check and split it with your base paycheck in your food. So you have one big old check, and then they cut it in half, the first and the 15th. So the only thing about living off base is you have to pay your rent, of course. You have to pay your utilities. If you get a house like us, water, garbage, you have to shovel up snow. It's a lot. Now, the good thing about living off base is if you buy a house. Now, if you buy a house, you're still going to get that $1,344. A lot of people mortgages aren't over $900, so you just keep all that extra money and just maintain your house, I guess. So it's a lot of benefits living off post, and you feel free. You could do whatever. You can come and go as you please. Nobody has to say anything. You don't have to check in to get to your house, and it's just, you feel more independent and free. You get away from the military lifestyle, and you get to just feel normal. I mean, everybody knows we're military here because everybody in this community is military. But we still like just get that feeling of being like free. You know, like we just moved to a different state and we're just working and going to school and taking care of business. I mean, it just gives you that, I don't know. It's just me. So that's the only thing about living off base, you know? You just have to make sure you pay those bills, because the Army is not about to have your back if you skip out on rent, if you're not paying your bills, if you get evicted. That's all on you. They have nothing to do with what you're doing off base. So if you're renting, pay your rent on time, take care of your bills. And it's a lot of work living off post. Like, if you're not used to paying bills, if you're not used to, like, you know, if you don't know how to call and get the water turned on under your name, or if you don't have good credit and you got to get all this stuff in your name and they charging you deposits left and right, it might not be worth it. You know what I mean? It might not be worth living off post. It might be your best interest to live on post because you can save money too. But a lot of people complain about not having money on post because they take that big old chunk of money, they take it from you, so you really don't see anything but the base pay, and they don't get paid a lot. But I think that's it. Living on post, when we first got here, they didn't have a pet fee, so a lot of people chose to live on post only because they had dogs or cats or whatever. But now it changed. Actually, it changed, I want to say like a month or two ago. They're requiring a deposit now. So, I mean, If you got pets, you might have to pay a pet deposit, but it's nothing compared to how much they charge out here for big dogs. Sometimes like living off post was like what people wanted to do, but then since they had dogs, they don't want to pay 300 each dog that you're not going to get back. You know what I mean? Like if you got 3 dogs, it's over and you're not going to get that money back. So, but now they have I believe the pet fee on post now is like $150 an animal, but people smuggling animals, they say they have one, they be having about 50 cats. Overall, I love it here. We're snowed in yesterday actually, and today it's all sunny, like 300 days of sunshine. Is crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to add on to this video anything that I missed, because I'm sure I missed a lot because I just did it off the top of my head right now. To add in a comment, I'm sure I missed a lot. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me, riding with me. Really about school. I've been busy with school. Your girl is close. I'm about to have a degree, y'all. But I want you guys to let me know what you guys want me to make a video about. So comment below too a video you want me to make or a question you want me to answer or whatever, and I will try my best to get back at you. But if I don't anytime soon, trust me, it's coming. Just I don't know when. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.